Welcome back to the
Every
BTB
time.
Show, everyone. Today, we got episode, I believe this is 127, 28.
Bro, figure it
It's,
out. No,
it's,
I'm
it's
telling.
127, I'm sure. Welcome to episode 127 of the BTB Show. I'm Max, here with my two co-hosts, Omar and Jay today. No Earl, unfortunately, he is a healthy scratch, but hopefully he will be back with us next week. We've actually got quite a few kind of news topics to go through this episode, even though it is the off season. Kind of a number of things have just kind of popped off in the last couple days, so we're going to go through that. And then at the end of this episode, we are going to be doing our three players slash coaches with the most to prove this upcoming year in the NBA. We each have three picks. So stick around for that segment at the end of the pod. If you are new around here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment down below so we know you enjoyed this episode. If you prefer to listen to your podcast over on Spotify, we are on Spotify at the BTB Show. Go follow us there. For now, we're going to jump into the first topic, which just broke a couple hours ago. We got a couple topics that broke a couple hours ago as of us filming. DeMar DeRozan, after being a free agent for like a month, probably more, it feels like, finally found his home. He is in Denver. We will talk more about Denver later today, but he is signing with the Nuggets for 1 year, $3.9 million, pretty much the veteran minimum. Jay, starting it off with you. You like DeRozan in Denver or no?
Mid, skip. Trash. I hate it.
You hate it?
Bro, Denver made two awful decisions in the last 48 hours. That Peyton Watson move, letting Peyton Watson walk, 24-year-old with so much potential, could be one of the best defenders in the league. His offensive game went to a whole nother level last year in that stretch where Jokic was hurt and it was just him and Jamal Murray. I don't know how they let that guy walk away. Unbelievable. Then you bring in DeMar DeRozan going into year 18. What is he, 37, 36 years old?
37.
I understand. It was a great deal. $3.9 million. I understand. It's not the money. It's just the
17 points a
fit.
game last year.
The player fit, bro. With Jokic, and it's going to be gross, bro. Like, since Jokic won the championship, the teams they've been putting around him have been just awful, bro. I don't understand what they're doing. This is my least favorite Nuggets team in terms of roster-wise. Like, Bruce Brown, Jokic, Murray, Brown, Aaron Gordon, DeRozan, like
Cam Johnson.
it's so much mid. I don't like this move. It's a lot of mid. I just don't think Denver's front office is trying. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I just don't think they're trying that hard, man. And if you're not gonna try with the best player in the world, man, just trade him. Like this is pointless what they're doing right now. They're not gonna win a championship with DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Jokic, and Jamal Murray. Who is gonna get stops? Who is gonna play defense on this team? Max, we know
They're
you
in
know
the
about
game.
Jokic defensively.
Defender. They said Cam Johnson's a good defender.
Cam Johnson's finished. He doesn't play more than 50 games. Aaron Gordon doesn't play more than 50 games. DeMar DeRozan is going to be 37. Who knows what he'll look like next year? Jamal Murray, last year was weird from him, even though his offensive game is just always there.
He
Jokic
had a great
offense.
year. It was the best year of his career last year. Numbers
Yeah, he
wise,
made an all-star and all,
ridiculous,
but he doesn't play defense. Who's going to get the stops? This is a league where you have to have defense. And I know we talk about the Miami Heat. They have so much defense and no scoring. I'd rather have some type of defense. They have no defense. Like, I understand Aaron Gordon, it's always this hypothetical with him when he plays, when he's healthy, is this, and their ceiling is championship. It's been 3 years now, guys. Double hamstring pull last year, or 2 years ago. Last year, it was a hamstring again last year. Like, it's always something with Aaron Gordon, bro. It's and he's only getting older. Those injuries don't get better with age. So I just don't understand what Denver's doing. I gotta see what you guys say about this. I think the move was a 2 out of 10.
Omar, are you as concerned with Denver's defense now with DeRozan as Jay is?
Yeah, I really don't see. I completely agree with him. If your best line of defense is Aaron Gordon and maybe, look, as good as Nikola Jokic is, he's not the greatest defender in the world. He's not. He's nowhere
He's the
near
worst
it.
defensive big in the league.
I was trying to be nice, but yeah, Max kind of proved my point there.
Maxime Reynard is dead.
I take Ray Nell over Jokic.
Just stop, bro.
Defensively.
Max, bro, you're dragging
Universe
it,
on
bro.
the
At
line. I
least-
need to stop
What
you.
What I'm
You're
trying to
18.
say is,
Like-
is Nikola Jokic, as good as a player as he is,
That Max.
that defense is still really lacking. As good as a player Jamal Jamal Murray is on the numbers, had his best numbers last year. It doesn't really do much on the defensive end. Aaron Gordon, like Jay said, doesn't play more than 50 games, maybe 60 games if he's lucky. I mean,
And
Cameron Johnson was supposed to be a guy that
replaced.
replaced Michael Porter Jr., and they couldn't even get a replacement. I mean, sure, they found a Michael Porter Jr. replacement, but they were expecting it to be much better. I mean, this is not a championship team. This ownership and this front office is not managing their team like a potential championship team. And to be completely honest, man, I don't see another championship in the Jokic era if they keep operating like this. Because
he finally switched up. He finally didn't say no more championships for Denver in the history of the universe.
I
Good
don't.
job, guys. Good job,
I think there's no more championships in the Jokic era if they keep on doing this, man. I don't see a benefit to them. I don't see a benefit to these moves at all, other than maybe we'll wait out Christian Braun's contract because you guys made that terrible fucking decision.
It's
And
Christian Brown.
I don't even know what that was about. I guess
Christian
we're not.
Braun,
I guess we're just not even gonna address that part, right?
25 a year for him, 21 a year.
And like
for,
he showed
Cam
no
Johnson.
development last
It's
year.
just like,
you
bruh.
gave $25 million to a guy that essentially regressed. It's like the Jordan Poole effect.
And Christian Braun
Except
has
he didn't get traded.
I didn't even mention him. I think last year was just season from hell for him. I don't think he's that bad. I think he'll be better. But
Maybe.
He's 125 good though. He's
injuries. He was hurt all last year too. It's another thing. It's either injuries.
You know who's got to be really better? It's Cameron Johnson.
It's
Cameron
either
Johnson has
the
to
guy's
be the player that they
or the
traded
guy has no
for.
defense. It's one of the two with the Nuggets. It's one of the two. Every player, every single player, he's either injury prone or just don't play no defense.
Yeah.
Like I don't like teams like that.
facts.
Like that
Max,
team like
what
that.
do you-
I stay away from. And I hate this because I love Jokic. He's one of my favorite players ever, offensive machine. But
Send them
This-
to the
this is
Lakers
not-
already. We already know the league wants to send them to LA. Just put them on the Lakers. You heard me.
I don't
Earl.
Max,
think Jokic's
I
all
gotta
play.
hear what you think about this, Max.
I don't
Please.
think Jokic will ever play for a non-Denver team. I think if Denver's bad, he'll just retire. Just be like, all right, I'm good.
Horses.
Yeah,
actually-
no.
I don't hate it's good value. $4 million. DeRozan can still score. He'll provide points off the bench. But you're right. The fit's not there. He doesn't fix any of their problems really. He doesn't play defense. He's a ball dominant player in a system where Jokic has the ball in his hands for 40 minutes out of 48 minutes, or 40 out of the 48 minutes. He's on the older side. He's fine. It's not the best place for him. I think it's 8th place. Denver's just going to be all in on offense. They're just going to try and score 135 points every night and just outscore teams, which is good for the regular season. I can see this team being a top 3 seed in the West again. I think being a top 3 seed in the West is very different than making the Western Conference Finals. I think come playoff time, as you guys have mentioned, the defense is going to hit this team kind of like a rock. So, I don't know. If they can score 135 even in the playoffs, they can go deep. But
You and Earl put them pretty high on our list.
I think regular season-wise, DeRozan can help them win a few games that they wouldn't otherwise win. But if you're going to go anywhere in the playoffs, you need defense. So this doesn't address that problem.
When I look up and down at the West, I see teams with consistent two-way players. And with this team, with the Denver Nuggets, I actually do not see any consistent two-way players.
Is Cam
Like,
Johnson
there's not
legit
a
their
single
only two-way
consistent
player?
two-way player, and you can say having a consistent two-way player on your roster is the key to actually being a contender in this league.
This is a good question, and I'm not even trolling when I ask this. What do y'all all right. Is a two-way player and a 3-and-D player the same?
No.
Okay, so
3-and-D is a type of two-way player.
they have no two-way players then. Well, Aaron Gordon does have some.
I would say
offensive.
Cam
Aaron
Johnson
Gordon-
is the most two-way that I can think of.
Well,
more of a two-way than
well-
Aaron Gordon offensively.
I
don't think
guess
he's even close to
technically
that.
it's
I
a
don't
two-way
think we're
player
apart from
because there is two ways to play, but there's easy ways to make a 3-and-D player a one-dimensional player. So I just
That's what I'm
feel like-
saying. Because every player on the Knicks, OG, Michael, Josh Hart, those are all two ways.
Michael.
Like
Michael.
you guys call him Mikel or Michael?
It's Mikel. It's Mikel.
Yeah.
All right,
Mikel is Michael Brown. That's
whatever.
not-
Mikel Bridges. But all those guys on the Knicks are two ways. Like They're not just sit in the corner and play defense. No, they can all bring the ball up court and run a set.
And you can arguably
no one on the Nuggets. Cam Johnson's not running no sets. He's standing in that corner.
Player's not a guy who runs a set. That's just brings back is a plus offense.
No. My point is though, two-way, you have to have some juice on the ball. You have to be able to do something with the ball. Get a bucket on your own. You can't just be a corner spot up and just be playing. That's a 3-and-D player. KCP.
The only one-way player on the Knicks squad is Jalen Brunson, and that's the only thing you really need him to be when you have a roster full of two-way players.
Yeah, this
when you build a roster like New York, where you surround your main guy, you surround the Nikola Jokic,
the weakest defender with a bunch of defenders,
around two-way players that are willing to get gritty and get the ball when absolutely needed to.
Jay, would you say that Miles
win a championship? You can do anything.
Would you say Miles Turner's a two-way player?
Miles Turner's nothing.
Yeah, Miles Turner's terrible.
Okay, Miles Turner 2 years ago. I would say he's a two-way player. He's just as a big.
Yes, because he can shoot the three.
If we have to talk about the player from 2 years ago, we've lost the plot.
Well, I'm just saying, like, a two-way player
we're classifying two ways.
Like a ball handler. I think you could be a two-way player in any position. Like, Miles Turner is the example of a two-way big.
So, like, Jaren Jackson Jr., two-way player. That's a clear definition of a two-way player. He can post up on the offense.
I would say, Jaren Jackson is a two-way player. He
does everything on offense, yes. But, like, if you're only a big that can shoot, Miles Turner might only be a 3-and-D center. He can't really do anything but shoot threes.
Yeah, he's really a 3-and-D
but 3-and-D is still an example of a two-way player. I think it's
that's why I asked, are they different then?
I think it's like the square rectangle.
That's why I say they are different, because when you're talking about two-way players, you're talking about like they can do multiple things on the offensive end. You're not just talking about they can just shoot threes and that's about it.
So we agree, Omar. Like Jaylen Brown,
Jaylen
Brown is a two-way player.
Yeah, yes, Jaylen Brown is an elite two-way player that can do absolutely everything on the offensive end and can do absolutely everything on the defensive end.
I would say that he's the exception, not the rule.
I wouldn't call Peyton Pritchard a two-way player.
He's not
I would call him. I would call him a 3-and-D player.
No, he's not.
He's not even 3-and-D. He's not even 3-and-D. This is KCP is 3-and-D.
KCP sucks. Why are we bringing up KCP?
No, I'm saying like prime KCP is the prime example of a 3-and-D player. When he's on the Lakers, Nuggets championship team, that's a 3-and-D player. He's gonna hit threes.
But that was still a two-way player. He's a two-way. That makes him a two-way player, even though like he doesn't have like ball handler skills. Like because then we're saying two-way players can only be ball handlers, which doesn't feel right. I think you could be two-way in any position. 3-and-D is just what a prototypical two-way wing looks like, but a two-way point guard is different than a two-way.
Technically, Max, technically you are correct.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna. You are correct. That it's 3-and-D.
That's how I think of it.
No, but you're by that definition you are right. I can agree with you.
Well, one thing's for sure: the Nuggets don't have any. They don't have two-way. They don't have 3-and-D.
They don't have shit.
They got all.
That's the one thing we can't agree with. They don't have shit.
DeRozan is a good signing, but he doesn't address their problems. However, one signing that does somewhat address the problems of the team is Klay Thompson going to the Miami Heat on a 2-year, $13 million deal with a player option in the second year. Dallas buys out his $17 million deal for this last year of his contract.
Me and Jay feel the same.
Clay's going to South Beach. How we feel?
The NBA released Klay Thompson shooting threes in Miami immediately after the news came out. And
so we're saying it's tampering?
No. I'm not saying that. It's just, guys, Klay Thompson's finished. Like, we're posting catch and shoot gym threes by himself. Look at Klay. What did Klay contribute to the Mavericks last year? His
game, maybe.
I know they didn't have the playmaking like that. They were playing Cooper at point guard, Andrew Nembhard. They didn't have a Giannis or a Bam. I'm not gonna lie.
But it's not even like he's shooting at his normal rate when he is having a
exactly.
Good game.
Clay's done. That's my point.
I don't think
Clay's done.
I don't think that the Klay and Dallas thing just never worked out because the Dallas that Klay wound up going to was not the one he thought he was going to. He thought he was going to the Mavericks.
Luka, no look passes.
Fresh off a finals run with Luka and Kyrie, and he was just going to be able to stand there and shoot spot up threes. Then halfway through the season, Luka gets hurt. He gets traded.
Very true.
Kyrie gets hurt. AD gets hurt. They draft Cooper Flagg. Now it's a rebuilding team around Cooper Flagg. Kyrie's out the whole year. And it's just, then AD gets traded. all of a sudden it's like you're looking at Klay Thompson to be like a 20-point a game scoring option like he was in Golden State. And like, no, like that's just not who he is at this point in his career. So I think it was a good move for them to go their separate ways. Like Dallas, they're going around Cooper Flag, they're rebuilding. Klay wants to play for a contender. His skill set is going to be with a team like Miami that needs a veteran shooter, just a catch and shoot guy, a spot up guy, veteran presence. I think it's a good trade. I think it's a great move for all parties involved. Dallas moves off him. You know, they don't have to worry about him. It's just 1 year on the deal, so it's not a long-term buyout. Klay goes to the number one team in the league that we all said needs a little more shooting. And I don't care what you say. At whatever age, Klay Thompson can still shoot the ball. If that's all you're asking him to do, he can still shoot the ball. You know, especially on a team with Giannis and Bam. He's not going to be asked to be the great defender that he was in Golden State. He's not going to be asked to be a switchable option. He's just going to say, stand there and catch the ball when Giannis throws it to you and shoot it. I think he can still do that. Even though, you know, is he going to be the Klay from 10 years ago? No. But I think it's a good signing. So I like him as a bench option for Miami. It was probably the best fit for all parties.
Even if he's just 2023 or 2022 championship run Klay.
Yeah.
Like, Klay just averaged 14. Can you give us 14, Klay?
I think he could give you 12 off the bench on 4 threes a game.
That's a lot of threes, Max.
Or, you know, like 3 to 4 threes. Just make 3 to 4 threes a game.
Because Hardaway's starting. I love Hardaway.
Yeah, no, Hardaway's starting. I think
their...
Klay is the bench player in this. I think he's a veteran that comes off the bench.
So they're going to start Davion Mitchell, Hardaway, Wiggins, Giannis, Bam. And then off the bench so far is Klay, Bobby Portis.
Pele Larson.
They traded Khalil, Pele Larson. Oh, Pele Larson's there.
Yeah, Pele Larson's there. They traded Khalil, but Pele's there.
That's why I feel this way about the
Kaspar. Oh no, they traded Kaspar. Sorry. Gosh, I forget who their second straight point guard because they traded Kasparis. But like that 8, like Pele, Bobby, Klay Thompson. That's a solid 3 guys off your bench.
Max, why are we
coping? It's better than it was.
Why are we coping, Max?
This is a very top heavy team. We're not Miami Heat fans. We don't have to sugarcoat it.
Of course they're a top heavy team, but just the move itself, like what is the number one thing we said with the Heat was that they needed more shooting. Okay, you go get Klay Thompson. That helps some of that. That at least it's not a Denver situation where it's like the same criticisms we had before the move is the same we have after. Like this at least addresses that problem, their glaring issue of shooting and floor spacing. Because, like, teams are going to respect... We're not going to see teams just sagging off Klay Thompson. I don't think that's going to happen. I think 10 to 12 points is reasonable for Klay this season. And if he can do that, good move. I don't see why not. Who else do the Heat have? Like, straight up. Like, he's not going to be worse than most of the other guys they got. So, I like the move. I don't think it changes a ton, but, like, yeah, it can help. I think it's a good move for Miami. I think it helps them a little bit in an area they need help.
All right, so how we feel about this Peyton Watson trade?
Yes, so Peyton Watson, I mean, we touched a little bit on it earlier just in the natural flow of the Denver conversation, but Peyton Watson, no longer on the Nuggets. He's in a sign-in trade to the Cavs. He will be signing a 4-year, $88 million extension. Blockman gets paid. Max Strus is off to the Clippers in this deal, and the Nuggets get a 2031 Cavs unprotected first, which could be good, could be bad, we'll see, and a 2032 Kings second rounder, I presume, from the Clippers. So Clippers just kind of get Max Strus just because Nuggets have to settle for draft picks because of Watson. Which you guys didn't bring up earlier, but like they really could not have signed Peyton Watson to an extension. I'm sure they would have loved to, but their second date burned out. So unless Peyton Watson was going to take like a minimum deal or something, I don't think they physically could have extended.
Trade Brown, you trade anybody, bro. I know. Is Cam Johnson untradeable?
Oh, you mean Christian Brown?
Christian Brown. Is Christian Brown and...
Who's taking Christian Brown right now?
You think he's untradeable, Max?
Yeah, that contract is fucking crazy.
He's not untradeable, but that's a hard
If Paul George is tradable, anybody is tradable.
Fair. But that's all. Even Paul George only has
Paul George is the most valuable asset in the league.
I'm not going to lie. Even Cam Johnson shit untradeable. That $21 million for that, what he did last year... Untradeable.
Well, he's a short-term deal, right? Cam Johnson doesn't have... Christian Brown has 4 years on his deal, no? He's still owed $100 million.
Yeah, he's there to stay. He's getting paid.
Like with Paul George, like you can get off a bad contract if it's 1, maybe 2 years. If it's a 4-year bad contract, who on earth is committing themselves to that right now?
And
But I get
nobody
what you're
got time
saying.
for that.
You got me there, Max. I can't lie. I have nothing.
Like, I get what you're saying though. Like, it's a bad loss for Denver to only like Peyton Watson is worth more than an unprotected first round pick. I think last year he showed that, and I really like it. I think it's a great deal for Cleveland. If this team flames out and that 2031 unprotected pick becomes the next Wemby, oh well. But like the biggest criticism, or at least my biggest criticism for the Cavs the last few years, has been the fact that they've had a hole at the small forward position. And they've been trying to fill that for the last however many years. Like, they go and get Max Strus. He's kind of fine. He was playing well, then he gets hurt a little bit. They bring in DeAndre Hunter. Remember that? They signed DeAndre Hunter last year.
He was good for 2 weeks.
What was that?
He was good for 2 weeks. And then
Yeah, like that looked better on paper than it did in reality. So that doesn't go well. You know, they draft Jalen Tyson. He plays some this past year, but he's streaky. He's still a young player. He gets benched in the playoffs. Strus is in and out of the lineup because of injuries, and when he's there, sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not.
Good Dean Wade.
Yeah, they put Dean Wade in the starting lineup for the playoffs, and that
The real D Wade.
That never felt like the right fit to me. So they finally get their guy, and I think for the first time in a long time, we can look at that Cavs starting lineup and say it's a complete starting lineup. There's no holes, and like Peyton Watson is kind of the perfect guy for that Cavs team. Because, like, he doesn't have to go average 20 like he did on the Nuggets when Jokic wasn't there. He doesn't have to go be, like, an elite two-way player. They literally just need him to be a point of attack defender on a nightly basis, which he is, and just be a Swiss Army knife. Like, a little bit of everything. Donovan Mitchell's got the ball handling. James Harden's, playmaking, scoring. He's got bigs to play defense. Jared Allen to go get rebounds. Just be a connector. Be a Swiss Army knife. Like, I think he can really excel in that role.
Max, you just cooked. Because you just gave me an idea.
What's your idea?
Not even kidding. If he can just be 80% of Jaden McDaniels, the Cavs are going back to the conference finals. Like, he just has to be Jaden McDaniels. Give us 2 times the playoff series. No, Jaden McDaniels is
all Jaden McDaniels.
That's why I said he just has to be 20% or 80% of Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah.
If he's 100% Jaden McDaniels, if he turns into Jaden McDaniels next year, the Cavs might win the championship. That's how good they are on paper. But
like, the Cavs did go to the conference finals.
That's what I'm saying. They're going back if Peyton Watson's just a little good. Like, if you're giving me 12 points, a steal on the block a game, we're going to be good.
That's what they've been missing, quite frankly, from that small forward position the last couple of years. It's just consistency, and I think especially defense. Like, again, they tried with DeAndre Hunter to bring in, like, a larger, more athletic wing for defense. It just never panned out.
No, Peyton Watson's defense is going to be magnificent. With Allen and this is Harden and Mitchell are probably the worst defensive backcourt in basketball. So having
probably
yet they want to bring them back.
Now you have
now
Peyton
you have
Watson
great
at the
defenders
3,
around them.
Mobley Defensive Player of the Year, Jared Allen can guard any big in the league. That's a pretty great way to hide those two. Like that, they're gonna be really good. I think they got off so. I don't know how they pulled this off.
I mean, Denver's in a bad spot. The Cavs had the cap room sign him.
They traded him for a
Max Strus and an unprotected pick. That's pretty much it. That's literally it.
What is that? An 8th grader?
2031. If you're 20, that's 5 years. You're 5th grade. No, you're like 9th grade, 10th grade.
Right now? No, that's just like an 8th grader.
Well, no, if the player, let's say the player they draft is 20, right? It could be 19. Let's say they're 20. That means they're 15 now.
8th or 9th grade.
You could be 15, maybe going into 10th grade. You're 15.
I just don't understand how they only got 1 first for Peyton Watson. I wish, bro, I had this graphic, bro. Peyton Watson had a stretch last year. It was him in the graphic and Kevin Durant. That's how good that stretch of games were. And I was like, bro, he's playing this good? And then I looked at Denver without Jokic. They beat the Celtics, that good Celtics team last year.
This was the stretch that y'all said Denver was going to go like 0-11 in. And I was like, they're not that bad of a team.
Peyton Watson and Jamal Murray were carrying them, bro. That's how good he is. How do you only get a 2031 first? Like, I just don't understand. It was an awful, awful trade. Awful for, like, the Cavs, they fleeced. They almost made up for paying James Harden 3 year $97 and Donovan Mitchell $70 million a year. They almost made up for those two crazy
3 years $97.
It's unbelievable. James Harden is, I don't know how he's doing it, bro. don't know how he's doing
I
it.
mean, listen, they're
Got
all
the
in.
best agent alive, bro. That's why. Shit.
No, that's Tobias Harris.
I'm gonna find this Peyton Watson graphic because it was.
Listen, I know. Not only did I call the Nuggets being good during that stretch when Jokic went out, I had Peyton on my fantasy team. He was putting up numbers last year. Like putting up Durant-esque numbers for a few weeks. But like that's the good thing is he doesn't have to do that in Cleveland unless like all hell breaks loose and they have Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and James Harden are all out. Unless that happens, Peyton Watson, he can just be kind of like that, just a solid. I hate to even say glue guy, but just like that last piece of the starting lineup to give them the defense that Donovan Mitchell and James Harden lack. Whoever the other team's point of attack ball handler is, you put Peyton Watson on him. You run the fast break, be around the rim, be around the rim both offensively and defensively. Spacing might be a little yikes. He's not the greatest shooter, but he's not a bad shooter. He's a good enough shooter. So yeah, I really like it.
January 2026 Peyton Watson. He had 122-26, 35 points, 6 3-pointers made, 4 blocks, 2 steals. What other player in NBA history had that exact stat line? Or only to cover those stats? 35, 6 threes made, 4 blocks. 2
Probably
steals.
nobody else.
No, there is.
He
Kawhi?
6 threes?
bugging. Sorry, I
Wemby.
didn't hear that part.
Wemby's the only player to ever record this stat line. Also, Peyton Watson, 6 games with no Jokic. He had 25, 11, and 4, 36 and 2, 24, 7 and 4, 23, 4 and 2, 21, 4 and 3, 28, 8 and 2. Like, this is all in a row. This is how good Peyton Watson can be.
Right.
And
But
those guys in the Cavs are always hurt. So he's going to have games where he got to step up, and he's going to be ready for that moment.
Yeah.
This is, what a move by the Cavs, bro. What a move.
Took advantage of an opportunity. Took advantage of a desperate team, a team that kind of backed themselves into the corner. Now they come away with a great deal. And if you're the Clippers, you get Max Strus, which is cool, Clippers need players, so.
Salary.
So what we got next? The Lakers getting sold? The Lakers?
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we don't have Earl here, but I guess he might be doing a spot on TMZ right now. Talk about it.
Yeah, man, Mr. TMZ, Mr. Earl, TMZ, man. Yeah.
Mr. Holly. He gets one TMZ call. Now he can't do the BTB show. Unbelievable.
No!
To Hollywood for BTB.
We lost him to Hollywood. TMZ went and
He's
locked
in
him
La
up.
La Land.
They got him on that Christian Brown 5-year deal, untradeable contract.
We miss you, Earl. Well, yeah, I can't.
But yeah, the Lakers got sold. Bus family sold. I believe I read somewhere that it was not unanimous. The Jeannie Bus did not want to sell, but the all the other family members did, so they just outvoted her. So Lakers have been sold. $12.5 billion. It's with a B. $billion. It's a lot of money.
However, it's good to know that Jeannie is like the deciding vote, and she can literally say, "Hey, no, we're not selling the team."
No, that's not. Is that how that works? I didn't think that was how that worked.
Jeannie has the no trade clause.
Her dad can give her sole propriety on what happens to the team.
Wait, so they're not officially
sold? Technically, they haven't officially been sold. Technically, what's his name? Mark Walters did sell the team to Bob Iger, like his portion of the team to Bob Iger and the others. But, however, there was a report right after the fact that said and came out with lawyers saying that Jeannie did not say that she was selling her share of the team, and she is the deciding vote. And if she, basically saying, if she kind of elects not to sell the team, that they don't have to sell the team, at least their portion.
So yeah, according to Ramona Shelburne, Jeannie Buss did not vote to sell. The other 5 Buss siblings did, and then Jeannie Buss a couple hours later filed from her lawyer. Jeannie is opposing to sell the family stake in the Lakers, but I think it's gone already. It's cooked.
Yeah,
she doesn't have a say. She didn't vote. According to Ramona Shelburne, she did not vote.
Yeah, okay. So, I'm looking at the ESPN article that Shams put out a few days ago. It says the Buss family has decided to sell its remaining 17.8 stake in the Lakers, Once the transaction is completed, Jeannie Buss will no longer have the needed ownership percentage to remain governor because NBA guidelines require controlling owners/governors to own at least 15% of a franchise. So, it is final.
Mm-hmm. They're gone.
Is what I thought, yeah.
Damn.
So
She got forced out. That's crazy.
Well,
so
she still has her percentage, but it's just not a controlling percentage.
Yeah, she still has her percentage, yeah.
So, just for backstory, if you're a casual listener to the BTB show, y'all need to be filled in on why this man just flipped the Lakers in 14 months. So, Mark Walters bought the Lakers 14 months ago and sold them. That is unheard of in sports, to sell a team that fast. This man, Mark Walters, he's probably going to end up in prison. What he is doing, do you know what's going on with him, Max?
Mark Walter?
Yeah, the owner who sold all his stake. He sold his Chelsea stake.
I mean, he's got his hands in so many other pockets. Like, he's got sports properties and I think entertainment stuff. Like, this is not his only thing. Like, he's got plenty of other.
Yeah, he has, this is what, he has an insurance company.
There you go.
Was funding, through his clients' premiums, his business. All his businesses.
Yep.
So he was caught, and now the $20 billion in debt that he's in, he just got $12 million back from the Lakers. He sold
billion.
Yeah, 12. He got 12 point something billion back from the Lakers, and he sold part of his stake in Chelsea Football Club, English Premier League team. And if you guys don't know, this guy's also the owner of the LA Dodgers, a team that has won two straight World Series off of quote unquote cheating, building a roster around guys that are just getting paid money. How are they getting paid all this money? And this guy's been paying them money that's not even his. So will he be forced to sell the Dodgers as well? Will the MLB go into lockout? This has so many trickle effects with this Mark Walter guy. This could be bad. But yeah, he could end up in jail. Very much.
Well, if you're the Lakers fan, it's a good thing that he sold now, right? So you don't have to be tied up.
Yeah, you don't have nothing to do with this. Yeah. So, man, how did Austin Reeves get that? How did they pay? Hey,
are the checks bound? We gotta ask LeBron.
Mark Walter writing that check.
Mark Walter, man, you sly dog.
Bronny's check might bounce. I don't know, guys. What's he? I hope he'll be all right. I hope he's not gonna be homeless or anything. If he didn't
it's so crazy. He still didn't pay LeBron even after all that.
The guy's he's got what is it called? He's got morals. He can't pay LeBron. He's already paid that.
Yeah, Jay, that's a really good. You did a really good job.
And I just have to say this, by the way, and I'm gonna say this. I don't care if the LeBron fans come after me. If LeBron James wanted to sign with the Lakers for the vet minimum, he definitely could have. And this charade that we pretend that LeBron couldn't have signed back with the Lakers for that amount of money is absolutely absurd.
Well, Earl was
And
saying
we
that he was
also
going
have
to.
to consider the fact why the Lakers could not build around that roster was because LeBron was holding that much money. Not saying that he deserved less, but I'm saying that they could have definitely allocated.
So,
excuse me, they could have allocated the other shit equally for them to have a roster.
Omar, you know how that kills everything. He signed a minimum with Philly. Like
that's I know, but what I'm saying
is, like,
what I'm saying
he
is,
just didn't want to be on LA. It's
exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. He didn't want to be part of LA. I'm just telling the Lakers fans how it is. You know?
He took.
I love you, Earl. I'm just telling you how it is, man. He just didn't want to be there.
Like, there's 10 guys on that roster getting paid more than LeBron James. So,
I mean, it's more turnover for the Lakers in a stretch that's, like you said, it's had a lot of turnover. Mark Walters bought in, like Jay said, literally 14 months ago, like recent enough to where we talked about it on the BTB show, like when he bought, like you said. Usually we don't, like, the BTB show hasn't talked about that many owners taking over NBA teams because it happens so infrequently. So the fact that we've covered now Mark Walters buying and then 14 months later Mark Walters selling.
We've covered 4, bro. The Celtics. Oh no, 3. Oh no! Oh, was the Mavs? Did the Mavs happen on BTB? No.
I think they admit.
No,
because I forget if we talked about it or not. I don't know if it was
that happened the year before. I can't. But there's been so many sales in the last 3 years, bro.
There have been, but not sales like that start and end, like that 10-year. We haven't talked about owners buying and selling.
Absolutely not.
So
literally 14 months. Like he literally flipped. He bought the Lakers for
what
$8 billion.
What did he buy them for? Wasn't it like 7?
He bought them for 10 and he sold them for 12.5.
I thought he bought them for 8. Well, whatever. He profited. He profited.
It doesn't sound like a lot because it's like 10 and 12.5. That's billions,
bro. 12.
Yeah, guys, we're talking about
it's billions.
$2.5 billion. That's a lot of money.
Like
that's all. That's almost what the BTB show makes.
$2.5 billion.
Yeah, you know,
they make a lot more than that.
Not to get into specifics, but yeah.
Yeah, not to be like
see that laundry on the floor. That's $2.5 million worth of laundry. Right
yeah. We're actually sponsored. Yeah, we have a sponsor. We don't tell you guys who the sponsor is, but
it's the Dallas Cowboys. We'll just keep losing on with them.
So are we ready to get into our who has the most approved going into next season?
Yes, we can go ahead and get into that. Or actually, just real quick before we do, the Knicks Sixers tickets, those prices came out, and I know Omar wanted to rant about them because Omar, he was texting in our chat saying that he wanted to go to the Knicks ring ceremony game, and Earl and I told him that was not going to happen unless he wanted to pay at least $1.5K for a ticket, like minimum. And this was before the tickets came out, and then the tickets came out, and they were minimum $2,000. Like that's to get in.
That's rent.
That's to sniff that MSG championship air.
That's
$2,000.
rent. That's rent money. I can't do that. That's kind of crazy. It's really sad.
You get along.
I just have to say this, man. We got priced out during the playoffs. We got priced out because man, these ticket holders are greedy as hell, man. They just don't want.
That's part of it. Like
$900 for MSG tickets, man. Like let's find some Mamdani, please. Like you fixed everything else. Fix this, please. I see you. People call you on the streets and they say Mamdani, and then the next day the thing is finished.
Are you gonna call up for some Knicks ticks?
Yes.
Hey, my word. He was at some of the games, I think. I think he was at some of the playoff games, so he's got the tickets.
He went to the one. He went to the one Donald Trump went to.
I'm lying, bro.
If Mamdani can get tickets, Omar, you just call him up and be like, hey,
Mamdani,
I know you have. Just call him up. Hey, man, just one ticket. Well, I'll go by myself to opening night. Get that ring ceremony. But it was always, like, real talk, it was always going to be ridiculously expensive.
What's so crazy, actually?
Ceremony. That was always going to be ridiculously expensive. And then the fact that it's now also LeBron's first game as a 76er, forget about it. Like,
I don't know what Omar expected. Like, I
didn't know LeBron was
even more than this.
Number one, I didn't think LeBron was going to be a 76er.
Omar,
Number two,
it would have been 15.
I didn't think it was going to be opening night. That's crazy.
Even if they played Knicks Spurs opening night, it would have been.
Even if they played Knicks Nets opening night, it was going to be $1,500. The ring ceremony itself was worth $1,500.
Everybody wants to be there, Omar. Everybody wants to be. Even non-Knicks fans wants to be there for the ring ceremony.
You know how many tickets to that game are getting given to like corporate CEOs and bigwigs and execs and sons of family just because it based in New York because it is the Knicks ring ceremony? So many of them. I know it's not a good answer, but like a lot of them, I'm sure, are going to be going to bigwigs who maybe aren't the biggest Knicks fans.
We're adding so much salt to Omar's wound right now.
Yeah, we really are. Like all those really nice people with the white collars, they get their big cushy offices. They've probably like been to one or two Knicks games over their 25 years.
No, I'm joking.
But like they said, the Knicks won a championship. I want to be there for that ring ceremony, and they make one phone call.
I get it, man. I get it. I don't know.
We'll move on. To save Omar's sanity,
let's do this draft.
To three players or coaches.
Player or coach.
Three players / coaches who have the most to prove. Three players, coaches who have the most to prove.
Who's going first?
Heading into the season, this was Jay's topic idea. Jay, shout out. Good idea. We're each going to give our three, so it's not a unanimous list. We'll just go round
three
table.
And a quick minute why.
Yeah, three and a quick explanation. So either of you guys want to start off? If not, I've got a gentleman I can start with.
Oh no, I want to go first because I just want to get this guy off the board.
Okay.
I think
get him off the board. Don't take my guy though.
The number one player with the most approved going into next season is Jason Tatum.
I hate you. I hate you. I actually hate
That's why
you
I knew
so
somebody was gonna
much.
say Tatum. I had to take him
I-
first. Jason Tatum
I
has
actually
the
hate you.
world of the league on his. If Jason Tatum and the Celtics are in the
What?
top 5 team in the East next year, the Jason Tatum
Which they
talks,
won't be. Just saying.
they will be. By the way,
They
No,
will.
they won't.
it's over. It's over for JT. It's over. Even they could get to the play-in. The play-in, that's floor. They have to be good. This team on paper is a very good team, but it's the gamble that they took. You guys traded Jaylen Brown because you think Jason Tatum can run his own team. So let's see it. We saw Jaylen Brown do it last year with, JB and the guys finished 6th in MVP. If Tatum is not good this year, we're gonna have to have some uncomfortable conversations, man. He is, in my opinion, the number 1 guy. Prove it next year. Max, what you got?
Oh, no, now you throw it to me. Tatum was one of my picks. Tatum was literally one of my picks. So now I'm gonna have to switch up. Thanks, Jay. I'll go with another guy that I had though before anyone else takes him. I'll go with LaMelo Ball. I think
Ooh, my next pick. Nice.
him being in Minnesota will be the first time in his career, and he's played. What is this, year 7 for him already? I think it's year 7.
Him and Ant years.
This will be the first time where he is on a team that has real, not just playoff, but borderline championship level expectations going into this season. Like for his entire career on Charlotte, they've either been a lottery team. This past year, they jumped into the play-in for the first time, but that I don't think anyone really went into the season expecting that. I think they had a surprisingly good season last year, but LaMelo's never really been in a pressure-packed situation. It's kind of just been like people accept that the Hornets are bad and that he's kind of having to do a lot with a little, and so some of the inefficient plays or bad defense or bad shot selection, like you can look past that at times because it's like, well, I mean, they're practically trying to lose games anyways. Like this is not a team that we look at to be a contender. But now on Minnesota, a team that has been to 2 conference finals in the last 3 years, a team with an MVP candidate in Anthony Edwards, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year Rudy Gobert, Jaden McDaniels, Ayo Dosunmu, Chris Finch has done a lot of winning with this team. They're bringing him in because they think he can get them over the hump in a way that Julius Randle did not. And I'm the biggest Julius Randle hater on the internet, but like he still did have good moments for this team. He was still on a Minnesota Timberwolves team that got to the conference finals.
Max hates him, bro.
They're bringing in LaMelo with the expectation that he can unlock a new version of himself. So I think, and it seems like the Hornets, they just traded him. They seem to be selling high on him. They want him. They're basically saying, we don't think we can win with LaMelo. He's a great player, but we're going to sell high on him now and his value is at his peak. So he's under a lot of pressure to prove Charlotte wrong, to prove Minnesota right, and I think to show just the broader NBA world that, like, yes, he can be a part of winning basketball team. He can lock in defensively. His turnovers are going to go down. His efficiency is going to go up. I think if the counting stats necessarily aren't even there, like, that's not the biggest thing. For me, the biggest thing will be efficiency. If he can play efficient, winning basketball and help Minnesota make a deep playoff run, he will be proving the haters wrong. But I think he's yet to make a playoff appearance in his NBA career. So he should be in the playoffs this year. Let's see him step up to the challenge.
Great answer. What you got, Omar?
Max, I want to thank you because
You're welcome.
you actually mentioned the player that I was gonna mention.
Ooh, okay, let's hear it.
You actually mentioned him.
So you're talking about Mr. Randall?
I am gonna talk about Mr. Randall.
Okay, let's hear it.
The world has forgotten Spider-Man. That's what I'm gonna call this here. The world has forgotten what Julius Randle can do.
Oh,
when
brother.
he is a first option on the team. We saw what Julius Randle can do. I could tell Jay's not
So
taking
Julius
it
Randle
serious.
is your number 1 prove it guy this year?
No, he's my number 3. I thought we were going. But
No, we're going prove it most.
I didn't think we were going in any order.
to be honest, I didn't either.
Okay.
So I'm just picking guys. But Julius Randle, to be more on a serious note, Julius Randle does have a lot to prove. We have been at this over and over again. The conversations that we have on a daily basis about Julius Randle, teams have these conversations. Believe it or not, I understand we talk about his defense, we talk about his effort level, we talk about everything. And he finally got sent to a place of banishment. He got sent to Brooklyn.
So Omar, I have a question. What
Okay,
exactly can he prove on Brooklyn Nets with Michael
I
Porter
think
and the guys?
I think he can prove that with that he could be a good vet. How about that? let's start with that. He can be a good positive vet. He can, show his energy level towards his rooks. Allow just be a guy for his rookies.
So
Because
Julius Randle is
gets around
proving
to
that
it.
he could be on a championship contending team because this team won't be anything.
Well, but I think not to like put words in your mouth, Omar, but I feel like that's almost what Omar is saying. Is like it's a low pressure situation, but this is where Randall could prove that he's worked on and fixed some of those attitude problems. Like when things aren't going well, because the Nets aren't going to win a lot of games next year. Whether he plays like an MVP or whether he plays terrible, they're not going to win regardless. So is he still showing up on a nightly basis? Is he putting in that effort level? Is he helping the rookies develop? Is he a good locker room presence? Can he kind of rebuild his stock around the league, kind of like Michael Porter Jr. did last year? Can he rebuild this stock in a low pressure situation that makes a championship team or an ascending team look at him and say,
because
okay,
he's
yeah,
going to
we
be
think
one of the
he's
main
okay.
guys making the most money. Because
Great-
whether we like it or
Great
not,
save, Max.
that contract
I didn't know where Omar was going with that. If
I
that's
mean-
what you
I
meant,
mean-
Omar, solid.
yeah, that is
It's
what
not
I
on the
meant.
turkey.
No, like
That's where you're
Max.
going with it, solid.
Max, we need like an Omar interpreter because Max kind of just put the bow on that whole thing because yes, that's exactly.
Omar,
what
you
I'm
go
trying to
again
say.
with your next guy.
My part-time job is Omar interpreter. No, it's your turn. Jay.
Omar
Oh, we're all-
interpretation. Yes, but no, Julius Randle. That's a serious pick for me because
Yeah,
I
no, I
genuinely
like it.
think he can rebuild his reputation in Brooklyn. There's a lot to prove for him. He can still prove that he can still be a great player in this league, and I feel like a lot of people forget what he can do when they stop looking past the stuff that Max looks at all the time. I love you, Max. You get the point. I'm gonna pass it back to
I think there's
Max.
some logic there.
So does it go to? We doing
It's back to
snake
you.
or?
We're going around the horn.
All right, you guys left a pretty easy pick for me, but second on my most to prove list going into 2026 is Chet Holmgren.
Ooh, that's a
That
good one.
shit
I didn't think about him.
last year we saw
Ooh.
was abysmal against Wemby. We saw Chet Holmgren have his Ben Simmons moment where he cratered. He tried to put the ball on the ground. He had deer legs and fell. He had wide open corner threes in Game 7 and passed them up. He got dunked on in the first 2 minutes of the game. Got his soul taken by Wemby. We saw Chet go the opposite way. This upcoming season is Chet's prove-it year. Chet, are you a solid big in this league or not? Or are you just a bus rider? Because that's what Chet's looking like. He doesn't like a core piece if he's going to do that shit he did last year. He was literally a non-factor. He played himself out of that game last year. They finished with Hartenstein, Cason Wallace, small ball Caruso, SGA, and Dort. Like, played himself out of a series because he was so bad. So, in my opinion, OKC's going to have any puncher's chance to beat
San Antonio.
San Antonio, Lakers. Who else is a threat? The genuine threat. They're gonna beat any of the Timberwolves. If they're gonna beat any of the
Nuggets.
considered threats, he has to be good, bro. Because he was great the championship run. That finals he played great against Miles Turner. Even though he wasn't shooting great, his defense that series was amazing. He didn't do anything in that Spurs series. He couldn't defend Wemby and he couldn't score in that series as a whole. So Chet is my number 2 prove it guy. What you got, Max?
I've gone back and forth between two different guys for this spot. I'm gonna go. Well, obviously I'm gonna go with one of them, but like, I'm gonna go with another player who's in a new spot this year on a new team, another point guard. Funny enough, I'm gonna go with Trae Young
Ooh, nice
Certain
fig,
people
nice fig.
on
Nice
this
fig.
podcast, whom I will not name. Like to bring up the fact that Trae Young made the conference finals 5 years ago. They like to bring up the fact that Trae Young has increased his assists every year while he's been in the NBA. They like to bring up the fact that Trae Young has never had a better roster than this Wizards roster.
So
I've
we're
heard
just not
those
naming them
excuses.
anymore.
10 million times. It's time for Trae Young to actually start winning. We're at that point. There's
Max,
no more
this is
excuses.
low key a top 3 pick. This is a great pick.
He is.
Trae Young had to be up there.
He's got, according to, again, some people on this podcast, the best team he's ever played with. He's got Anthony Davis. He's got the number 1 pick in AJ DeBonza. He's got a plethora of young talent.
Below.
Fresh place, new contract, big old contract in his pocket. What was it, 4-year, 5-year, $100 million in his back pocket?
Cinema.
All right, now you got to show me. You got to show me that you can win a playoff series in since basically the COVID year. Like, the last time that Trae Young won a playoff series, the arenas weren't even at full capacity. It's time to start winning. And you know what? I'm not even saying you got to come out and win the playoff series this year. I understand Washington's a young team, they're rebuilding. I personally don't even have them as a play-in team. I think this is a bottom 5 team in the East, even with Trae Young. But if Trae Young wants to prove people like me wrong, I'm putting pressure on him. I'm saying, if you want to be the player that you think you are and talk about having a chip on your shoulder, I'm going to prove the haters, go get Washington into the playoffs this year. That should be the goal for them. They should try to be a 7 through 10 seed, win a playing game or two, get into the postseason. You can do that, and then even be remotely competitive in the postseason. Remotely competitive in a playoff season would be like a cherry on top, but just getting into the playoffs, I think would be a massive accomplishment for this team. So, Trae Young, it's time to show people that you either are or aren't the guy from 2021. That was 5 years ago. That was a long time ago.
This is Trae Young's prove it year for sure.
This is his prove it year, hence why he's on my list.
That was absolute Omar. Could go.
Damn. Absolute Maxwell. I'm gonna go with somebody that.
Bro was thinking of this on the spot, bro.
Because it's two guys for me.
Oh, I had my pick taken. I was gonna say Tatum. I had that taken. I still had another one ready to go.
Because it got me thinking.
I had 5 guys just readying the ball. Even if somebody, I have 2 more guys. If you guys took another.
If you had 5 guys, that's running you at least $20.
I had 5 more guys.
I think
Max, you mother. I just got you.
I was hoping someone would get
Damn, I got it too late.
I think one of my prove it guys for this year, man. I think one of them is going to be Tyler Hero for me.
Oh,
that's not bad.
Okay.
Even though the Bucks aren't going to win anything.
I'm not saying that they're going to win in any sort of capacity, but I want to see Tyler Hero establish that he is the offensive threat that everybody thinks he is. He is a player that when you get to it, you kind of look at him and you're like, yeah, he is an offensive threat. He's a big time 3-point shooter. He could get to the rim very easily. He's injured a lot. That's just the one thing that he is. So hopefully on this low pressure situation with him coming back home to Milwaukee, I know he's from Wisconsin. So
he is?
Yeah, he is. And so I really think this is going to be really like a homecoming for him. And I think he's going to show that, like, on this team, that maybe he can be a number 1 option for this Bucks team in particular. That's what I'm saying. Number 1 option for this Bucks team. So then maybe they can make the play-in.
No, they ain't making the play-in.
I mean, look, if Tyler can do it, and Khalil Ware, we forget Khalil Ware. He was still pretty good.
He's a decent player, but if Tyler Hero leads the Bucks to the play-in when they couldn't even make the play-in with Giannis, give him the MVP. He's my MVP vote. If he can take this Bucks team to the
Giannis
he's going to have to average 40.
Nice.
He's going to have to average Wilt Chamberlain.
Giannis was hurt.
40 points, 20 rebounds a game, 48 minutes.
My next 2 picks,
I'm
thinking so hard, man. I'm thinking so hard on my next 2 picks. I think I'm going to take
Is one of them a coach? Because I have a coach.
Yes, it is.
Just don't say the coach. Leave the coach for me. So
I'm going with the third player. I don't know why.
I want the coach.
I think I'm going to go Coach Max. Just to see if we have the same
You already
coach.
took my guy. Don't do it again. Do not do it again.
For my next prove it this year,
not allowed.
I'm going with Coach Nick Nurse.
Thank goodness. Okay.
Is Nick Nurse really a good coach?
Yes. All right, come on now. Let's not.
He now has LeBron James, Jalen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, VJ, Embiid. Nick Nurse.
He's got a ring.
Was that a Mickey Mouse ring? Did you only win because every team you played fell apart? So
they still made the finals. Which they couldn't do the years before.
Which they did beat Philly. That series was legit. They did beat Philly. Kawhi shot, but Giannis got hurt that year.
They got to the finals.
Every single player crumbled on the Warriors, but he's still a champion. But Nick Nurse, you got to prove it, man. Your last couple years as a coach have been pretty ass. Like, are you a good coach or not? You got to prove it to me. I'm gonna regret leaving this player off, but it was too easy, bro. I'll say it after if nobody picks him.
Is he also on the Sixers?
No. I know Sixers are proving anything this year. They're going to be good.
I was actually considering putting Joel Embiid on this list, on my list.
That's not a bad pick either.
Simply because nothing on court, literally just can he stay on the court? Just can he prove being healthy?
Facts.
Like,
Absolutely.
this is kind of the year. Like, obviously, every year we kind of look at the Sixers and be like, oh, this is the year, because they make all the they've done a lot of flashy trades.
I don't think I'm looking
this
at
is
the
the
Sixers
run
like that.
for Embiid. What's up?
I don't think I'm looking at the Sixers like that.
Please.
Well, a lot of fans look at Philly every year. It's like, oh, they just got James Harden this year, and then that thing where it's like, oh, we got Tyrese Maxey's gonna lead them this year. Oh, we got Paul George this year.
So your Embiid was your pick, Max, or are you going coach?
Oh, sorry, I'm making the case for Embiid. I was gonna go Embiid for health, but I'm not gonna go him. I'm gonna go coach, and unlike Jay, I'm gonna go with a coach that actually hasn't proved anything yet. Mike Nori.
Oh, damn, I was going to go Micah Nori.
Nice.
I was trying to throw y'all off. Damn.
Simply for the fact that he got a 1-year deal, which never happens. Like,
yeah.
Usually, even if you are a new coach, having never coached before, like
cheapest owner
been a head coach
of all
before,
time, by
you
the way.
get a 3-year deal, a 2-year deal, even 1 year on paper. Which, to be totally honest, I don't hate the idea of 1-year contracts.
Max, it's awful. Max, it's so cheap. It's awful.
It is, but then how many times do we see coaches fired the first year into their 4-year deal?
It's what I'm saying. It's a cheap move. I've never seen any owner get away with this.
It is weird. I think 1-year deals.
He's that cheap. 1-year deal.
1-year deal for certain coaches, I think makes more sense. But for a new coach, that doesn't make sense.
He didn't want to give Thiago a bag after Thiago saved the team from a coach who was literally gambling, got them to the to the playoffs, went against the people who went to the Eastern Conference Finals, even though they got backdoor swept. They won a game.
They did win a game.
Leveled up Denny. They're getting Ja. How did he not bring back Thiago Spiller? Blows my mind to this day. Shout out Chicago Bulls, we got him. But
because they're gonna have to pay him.
I can't believe he was that cheap to where he gave somebody a 1-year deal who's never coached instead of just paying Thiago Splitter. But Cook, Max.
Well, I think Mike Nori is a good coaching hire. Like, people speak very highly of him, so I'm excited to see what he can do. And there will be expectations for this Portland team. He's not taking over a team at the bottom. He's taking over a team, like you guys just said, made the postseason, which I don't think a ton of people saw coming. Won a game against the Spurs, who went to the finals. They took a game off Wemby, which is pretty impressive for a young team.
Even though Wemby was knocked out.
They brought in Ja for pretty much nothing. This is a good roster. This should be a playoff team again. And I think, I hate to say we expect them to take a step, but okay, now the bar is improved. Now the bar is not just make the playoffs. Now the bar is be competitive in a first-round series past the 5 game. Can we get to a 6 or 7 game series? Can you maybe even win a playoff series? That's kind of the bar for this team. And so Mike Nori coming in, first-time coach on a 1-year deal. Clearly, Portland does not believe in him long-term, not yet at least. So if he's going to get them in a position where they're going to pay him a long-term deal, he has 1 year to prove it. He literally has to show up, or else I'm sure Portland will go head coach shopping again next offseason and have their 4th head coach in 3 years. I think they'll do it. Because again, there is promise with this team. I think they're looking for the right coach. Is Mike Nori the right coach for this team? We'll see.
Cook, what you got? Omar, last pick.
Believe it or not, and am I the last pick of the?
Yeah.
Am I the last pick of the pod? Damn.
Yeah. If no one says this last guy, I'm just gonna do it just for the love of the game.
Okay.
I'm probably not gonna say your guy because, to be honest, I'm going with somebody that won the championship this year, and I can't believe I have to say it. I really can't. I can't believe I have to mention the Finals MVP. I can't believe I have to mention Jalen Brunson.
So we're gonna skip to my honorable mention.
Hey. I have a point, and the point
I'm
is
not translating this one. You're on your own, Omar. Go make
fine, because genuinely people are still sleeping on him. They keep making this excuse of saying, "Oh, the Knicks were the only healthy team. They had the easiest path." And when I have to continuously make the point that we've came down from 20 each and every game. So I think, and there's just a lot of people sleeping on it. Max, you're making me worried with you touching your face and everything. But I think of Jalen Brunson. I'm going to stand on it because there's still more to prove. We need another championship.
Jalen Brunson finds MVP. Prove it. Julius Randle, never done anything. Prove it. All right.
This man Omar just cited Twitter trolls in his argument.
Basically,
the only people that are still sleeping on Jalen Brunson are Twitter trolls. Even Twitter trolls, I feel like there's genuine radio hosts and people of that nature that
genuinely believe that, like,
Saying
Knicks,
genuinely 10 times doesn't make it a better point.
I think the Knicks wouldn't have taken it if it was a different team in their way. For example, people think that the Indiana Pacers would have taken it if they saw the Knicks, or Oklahoma City would have taken it if they saw the Knicks.
You could have went with De'Aaron Fox. Like, there's so many. So many names out there.
I feel like I've actually seen overwhelmingly people giving Jalen Brunson credit and flowers and saying like, "Oh, I was
Part of
wrong
the New
about
York
this.
timeline,
He is
brother.
that guy. He is a legitimate, deserved Finals MVP, deserved run. He played great." I feel like
Part
I've
of the
seen
New
nothing
York
but
timeline.
people finally respecting Jalen Brunson way more than I've ever seen in my life. I feel like up until the finals, it was all doubt, and now that he's got the ring and he had the 45 points, people have been nothing but good to him. Even non-Knicks,
I agree with you,
random
but
non-Knicks fans. You just listen to like the most negative, like attention-seeking subsection of the internet. That's like just going to say things no matter what. Bro listens to like the vocal minority 5% versus like the 95% of NBA world that is like, yeah, he's kind of good. He won a championship. We'll give him that. Like people are putting him in the same conversation as Isaiah Thomas and Steph Curry and Allen Iverson. If that's not having proved it, I don't know what is.
No, I
no one is
completely
saying
agree.
he needs another championship to be legit. I don't think that. SGA only has one. Jokic only has one. Giannis only has one. We're in the
That's
parity
what I'm
era.
saying.
Everyone has one championship.
Like that's the thing we're trying to prove, right? And I get it. I'm citing Twitter trolls.
You will.
I've seen people talk about it in like extensive conversations. How like, oh, if Boston was healthy, if Detroit was in their way, they probably would have done this and this.
Where?
And that.
What? Who are these conversations? I'd love to go and look.
People from the radio. Like I've seen radio talk shows all the time.
Name names.
All right, fine. You know what? Fine. From now on, I'm bringing names to the table.
Tell me the show.
I think for the love of the game, Omar.
I know it happened on WFAN. I know for a fact that it happened on WFAN.
Fighting a silent
battle. I know for a fact that it happened on WFAN.
With Twitter, and he just wanted to shout out JB. Shout out the Knicks for the one time. I get it.
I had to do it. You know me, man. You know me.
I get it, man.
Listen, I'm happy to get on the soapbox and talk about how they broke records the entire run, 260 some odd points differential, 13 straight wins, 9 straight road.
Russ is the clutchest player I've watched in my lifetime since Kobe. Like, you don't have to prove me anything. Like, you gotta prove nothing to me, Brunson. Like, you're good in my book. You should be good in everybody's book.
I think Brunson is good, and any NBA fan with like more than half a brain, he's good in their books. So, Jay, who's your honorable mention to
your honorable mention?
I had
injury replacement for Omar.
I had 3 honorable mentions. One, I don't know how De'Aaron Fox does not make the list. He literally has the most to prove.
That's a good
top 5 most to prove this season. Number 2, I'm going Coach Ime Udoka. If he don't do nothing, he's fired. Prove it this year.
But I thought Durant was the problem, no? Y'all were arguing last time.
Durant is a part of the issue because he is the star player. But Ime Udoka hasn't done anything since he had Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
I mean, true, but okay, so whose fault is... So if the Rockets season goes poorly, who's getting most of the blame? Durant or Udoka? It's one or the other. Like,
it's going to be Udoka, but...
Both of them.
It's going to be... It mainly goes to the coach. But it's going to be Udoka, in my opinion.
Okay.
And third, Paulo Banchero. You gotta prove it, bro.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I like those two.
You're right about that.
Okay, I just don't agree with you putting coaches who have championships on the need to.
What does Ime have?
Oh, that's true. He didn't.
That was Joe Mazzulla's team.
You're right.
Joe, man, Ime gotta prove it, bro. Are you that guy?
I forgot it was Mazzulla. It wasn't him. He made the finals, but didn't win. Okay. All right. I can take Udoka. I can take that a little bit. Nick Nurse, I still think is crazy. He did win a championship.
Bro. Warriors got hurt, bro. The Warriors got hurt, Max. You gotta prove it to me.
It's not fair that he still would have had to play the 2019 Warriors, which is still like the best team, one of the best teams in NBA history. Like he had to play the dynasty. It's not fair. We don't hold LeBron losing to the 2017 and 18 Warriors against him because the Warriors were that good. So we shouldn't have to hold Durant even with Durant going down, they still had Steph Curry, They still had
Klay
got
hurt.
Of the series.
Klay tore his ACL. That team was playing. They were playing
that team
nobody.
had the Cousins, right?
Cousins was cooked in 2019.
Still decent. He was starting.
He was cooked.
They still had to beat Steph
He
in the
signed the
NBA
minimum
Finals.
on that team, man. He was cooked.
They had to beat Steph Curry in the NBA Finals, and they did it. And they didn't even need 7. They beat him Game 6 on their home court.
Yeah, after Klay's knee was gone, Klay's Achilles was getting surgically. KD's Achilles was getting surgically repaired, and it was Curry with the guys. Curry and the homies.
It was Kawhi with the guys, though, and they still
that
won.
team was so. OG's one of the guys. Well, OG got hurt.
So it's not a Mickey ring then. So you can't say the team is good and it's a Mickey ring. If they're that good, it wasn't a Mickey ring.
No, I'm saying the Raptors were good. The Raptors.
Yeah, you're like, but the Raptors team was so good.
But what I'm saying is,
credit to Nick Nurse for having a good team and winning. It's not a
they're
Mickey ring.
not beating the Warriors at full strength, Max. It's just not.
No
happening.
one was beating the Warriors at full strength.
That's my thing. He beat a weak Warriors team. But
that's still better than probably any other team you play on a regular year.
Even if it's just Curry and Klay, I'd give it to him. Like, bro, you knocked out the splash, bro. Solid. You got it. Because they won without them. Remember, they won with just Curry, Klay, and Draymond. But it was no
The
KD.
Warriors, the 2019 Warriors that played in the finals without Durant is probably still a better team than the 2022 Warriors that won the whole thing.
Why are you saying it like Klay Thompson didn't get hurt? Klay missed games too.
He did, but he still. What was their record in the games he did play? 2-1? Didn't they beat him 2-1?
Remember what game Klay got hurt.
Okay. I'm gonna fact check myself here. We like fact checking here.
Yes, we are a fact check pod.
Yes,
unless
didn't used
it's
to be with
Omar
Omar,
citing
but he's
sources. When it comes to Omar citing sources, he's on his own. That's not facts.
Klay Thompson finals injury. Game 6. It was game 6. The closeout game. They were already up 3-2.
So this is my counter. Game 6, Klay got hurt in game 6. Not valid.
They still beat them 3-2.
I don't know.
In a series where think they had home court.
How much did Klay
I guess
have?
they probably would have.
How much did Klay have before he got hurt? Game 6 finals game log for Klay Thompson. If he was on a heater like Halliburton, the whole argument done. This is the deciding factor for my argument.
He was on a heater.
Game 6 Klay. We didn't even get. He had what?
Is this right? 6-13-29. Yeah, that would have been it, right? Yeah, 32 minutes, 30 points.
Yeah, Max. Max.
It's still, they're taking the best team ever to 7 games if Klay doesn't get hurt. They're still taking them to 7.
We didn't even get full game 6 Klay. We didn't even get full game 6 Klay, bro. No KD. Game 6 Klay got knocked
give him
out.
game 6. It's still going to game 7. Nick Nurse pushing that team to game 7 is good coaching.
Yeah.
I don't think you gotta prove it even after you took down. They still, who played in that game? Who played in that game?
Oh, the whole Raptors team. I think everybody but OG.
Golden State, game 6, 2019.
We're probably getting some
NBA
Barbosa in there. What was that roster?
For Golden State, who played in this game for Golden State? They still had Draymond playing 44. They had Iggy still at the end of his prime. Looney, Steph, Klay for 32 of those minutes, by the way. He did play most of the game. And then you got, DeMarcus played. Then Sean Livingston, Quinn Cook, da-da-da-da. But, that's still really, they're still trotting out Steph, Klay, Iggy, Draymond, Looney. For 5 games of this series. 5.5 of this series. And Toronto beat them 3 out of 5 games.
I'm nothing. I'm not moved.
I'm moved by that.
Not moved.
Now, yes, it was 7 years ago. Yes. And does Nick Nurse have to win with this team?
What has Nick Nurse done since then? He got to prove me that he's a good coach. Is that championship a fluke? It's giving fluke vibes. Joe Mazzulla has proved to me he's a fire coach. He won a championship.
This championship wasn't a fluke.
No, he won it.
All people
this
say
year,
that.
back
Jay,
against the wall. No. This year was Mazzulla's proven year. He proved it. Back against the wall, no Tatum. He went out there.
First round exit.
So what? He's
They
still
blew a 3-1 lead.
Coach of the year, Max. He was Coach of the year, Max. Joe Mazzulla won Coach of the year. I know he sold that series. He threw out
Ron Harper.
Ron Harper Jr. in the finals.
Ron Harper Jr. in
But
Game
that was
7.
that was his worst. And guess who he was out coached by in that series? Nick Nurse.
Hence why I'm like,
He was out coached by Nick Nurse in that series.
I respect you making the point. I hear you. I don't know. There's so few coaches who have won a ring. I feel like I'm more willing to give them leniency versus a player. Like, yes, Nick Nurse's ring was 7 years ago, but I don't think he forgot how to coach in 7 years. I think this team is going to be really good. But hey, if they flame out spectacularly, he's going to take a lot of the blame. So sure. Like,
but hey, we've yapped. We talked about everything. We got 10 minutes post O. I think we're good. I think we're good.
Yeah. Thank you guys if you made it this far into the podcast. Thank you all for hanging with us. We had a stacked show today for the late August episode. But you know what late August means?
We could.
It means the NFL's right around the corner. And when the NFL's right around the corner, you get a couple weeks of the NFL, NBA training camp, and then NBA preseason. So before long, we will have basketball back. 2 months pretty much till opening week, right? I think. Or 1 month.
Less.
2 months, yeah.
It's October 21st. It's about to be September next week. It's coming. Yeah. It's on the way.
It's coming up. We're excited.
Don't fret, y'all.
If you stuck around with us, thank you so much. Again, if you're here on YouTube, subscribe, comment, like the podcast, do all those great things. If you are on Spotify, follow us, BTB Show. Again, we are on both platforms, so we appreciate all the support from you guys. I'm Max. He's Jay. We had Omar here. He's off now on important business. Unfortunately, could not stay to the end, but we wish him well tonight. Adios. Enjoy the rest of your week, everybody.
Peace.